So we are gonna start with curry roasted carrots. This is actually one of my favorite recipes and it's pretty quick and easy to make. So you're gonna start just by peeling and then slicing the carrots in half long ways. So we're gonna make a little sauce to drizzle over it, starting with some garlic powder and then some curry powder, and then some extra virgin olive oil, a few tablespoons or more depending on how many carrots you wanna do. Then mix it all up until it's nice and creamy. You don't want it to be gritty or grainy at all. And then you're just gonna gently dollop this onto the carrots, laid out on a sheet pan with some parchment paper underneath, and just make sure there's a generous amount on them. The oven should be preheated to 425 degrees, and then you just wanna bake these between 25 and 35 minutes, depending on the temperature of your oven and the way it works. And then just add some herbs. I had some sage from our garden in our apothecary cabinet, so I put those on top along with some fresh pomegranates. Oh my gosh, the sweet crispiness of these pomegranates, the tartness with the richness of the carrots and the glaze. It was just so, so good. I highly recommend that one. Next, we're making bacon mushroom Brussels sprouts. And you're gonna start by washing these and then cutting off the stem and halving them. And then I just place them into a bowl with a little bit of garlic. We used about 2 cloves of garlic. Then just a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some coarse sea salt, a little bit of black pepper. And then you're gonna add some olive oil and just stir everything together. Placing those on a baking tray as well with some parchment paper underneath. Next up, let's get started on this mushroom bacon. This is so delicious. We're gonna start with some olive oil, garlic powder, just a tiny bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of nutritional yeast, and then here's the key, liquid smoke. I went heavy on the liquid smoke. I suggest you do too. This is a hickory liquid smoke, really, really good. And then we're just mixing all this together with a fork. So I like cutting them into these little strips. I find that the sauce coats them a lot easier like this, and they kind of are the perfect kind of bacon consistency when you have them like this. And then you just wanna put them all together in the bowl and just coat all of them. You just wanna make sure that they're nice and coated in this sauce. And it's more like a glaze. And then again, baking sheet, parchment paper, you know the drill, lay it all out. And honestly, we just baked all of these at the same temperature. It's just the timings that differ. And then you can add a little bit more of that glaze on, but just remember that the mushrooms do have a lot of moisture within them. So just bear that in mind. You don't want to be coating them so much that they're going to be kind of like boiling over. I like when the mushroom bacon catches a little bit. I think it gives it that really perfect smoky quality. And so I like to let it do that in the oven. So we left the mushroom bacon in for 45 minutes as well and took it out at the same time as the Brussels sprouts. And they both were tender and delicious. And I just drizzled a little bit of glaze on top of that. This is a balsamic reduction. Yum. It's like a mountain of Brussels. Next up, we're doing a garlic herb mashed potato. Now we're just taking some russets, halving them, peeling them, and then placing them in some water to boil. Boiling those for about 25 minutes, and then straining those, and straight to that same pot, we're just adding a little bit of oil, some garlic, a little bit of coconut milk. This is about half a can, and then putting those potatoes back in there. This way you don't have to worry about dirtying another pot or pan. And then you're just gonna wanna mash these. Now you can use a fork or a potato masher, but whatever you have, maybe even a wooden spoon or a slotted spoon or something like that. But you just want to mash them and kind of incorporate everything together. Then I love to add some things from the garden. I used some thyme from the garden this year and it just tasted amazing. Topping it with a little bit of that thyme and some vegan butter is just heavenly. So if you have any vegan friends or loved ones who are coming to visit you for the holidays, or you just maybe like to incorporate some more fun dishes, please give these a try and let me know what you think. Hope you enjoy. Like if you like, and I'll see you again very soon. Happy holidays!